Hey, my name's Wato Parsell. I'm 53 years of age. I'm a professional photographer and videographer for the past, maybe 27 years now. And I first started shooting when I was probably about, I think the first time I started shooting I was about 9, but actually really enjoying photography, I think I was probably from 14 years old onward. Jiminy cricket, look, every photographer has a different style, and I think with my style it's very much curated from nearly my self-unique style. I mean, I dress colourfully, I'm a colourful personality, and my style reflects that a lot in how I shoot. Let your hair just, really just let it come across your face. One of my favourite cameras, at the moment, is a really simple Sony camera, the Sony a6000, which is a fabulous, simple camera with an interchangeable lens system. I never really aspired to be like anybody. I remember when I was quite young and I'd shot black and white magazine's first cover, and an agency called Visage in Los Angeles was managing Herb Ritts at the time. And it's really sad because a lot of photographers today, young photographers, you mention the name Herb Ritts and they go, oh, who's he? Well, he was one of the most prolific photographers of our time in many, many ways. And I loved his work and I loved his style. A good photograph is probably something that holds immediate impact when you look at it, whether it's the model's eyes, or whether it's an angle, or whether it's subtle lighting that's drawn you to it. And that's, to me, a good photo is something that, draws you in. Good. Don't look so pussy through your eyes, or a lot more fucking arrogant. Do it again. I'm often asked when I'm on photo shoots, how do you get that model to look that way? How do you get that celebrity to look that way? How do you, bring out that kind of other side of the person that I couldn't bring out? And it's not that I'm necessarily better than that other photographer that couldn't get something out of that person. It's just that my style and personality may just kind of serendipitously fall into each other's paths with a real ease. So it can be a simple flow. It's like when you get on well with a certain partner. It just happens. And I try to make my situations that I'm shooting people be like that immediately. I have to, because if I'm shooting a woman that's naked for Playboy, if I'm shooting a celebrity that's semi-naked, or I'm shooting, a campaign for a surf brand, or I'm shooting a Pepsi ad or something, you've got to be able to, in a chameleon-like fashion, change your colours to suit your surroundings. And that's what you have to do with your talent. If you would stop all of a sudden, and if you'd be going bam, bam, whatever you'd be doing. And social media and photography is massive now. I mean, the right photo on Instagram can get you 500 followers, 50,000 followers, 5 million followers. You look at the Kardashians and the Justin Biebers and the, Victoria's Secret, their show just aired recently. It was just shot in London, I think, London and New York. And apparently within 5 minutes of certain models posting photos, there was millions of viewers. Well, there's a lot of unemployed photographers out there, and there's a lot of Bunnings with overly creative photographers working in there. So I guess that answers your question. That's my big smile again. Yeah. Eyes down. If I was to start photography all over again, what would I do differently? Probably nothing, because I came from a background in photography that was really simple. I was making $60 a week. I was working about 60 hours a week in a dark room processing negs. doing proof sheets, getting my hands covered in chemicals non-stop, in a dark room from 8 till 6, and I was young. And it's different now, you know. You can take a photo with your iPhone, press a button, and it's gone from overexposed to perfect. It's gone from colour bad to colour great. It's gone from out of focus to in focus. So it's a very different world today. All I would say to a lot of young photographers now is it's kind of like becoming a doctor. You still have to learn all about the body. And that means, you know, learning the little details about everything, about your camera. You know, you learn how the body works, learn how your camera works. You know, when your body's sick, what did you put in it that didn't work? It's a lot the same. You know, what you put into your photo is kind of about the depth of your knowledge. And right there, still. Good. Still. Bring your shoulder square to me. Right there.